Hello and welcome to the Freehold Regional High School District Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for being here today. We have a great group of institutions ready to tell you all about their campuses, but I just have a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You may use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time today. You don't have to wait until a certain institution is presenting. If you've got questions for any of our campuses, go ahead and get those questions in the Q&A function. Your camera and your microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you today. This is one of many different sessions happening. It's actually our last session for the event, but this session and all of the other sessions are being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/FRHSD. I'll put that link in the chat as well. But now we're going to turn it over to our main event, which is hearing from all of these wonderful campuses. And kicking us off today is the University of Vermont. Whenever you are ready.
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Candace Duckworth. I am the Regional Associate Director of Admissions for the University of Vermont. Regional means I actually live down here, so I'm able to work with you guys really closely. I don't live in beautiful Burlington, despite my background. We'll get started here. Here's some quick facts about UVM. You can see just a little snapshot here. We were founded in 1791. We're located in Burlington, Vermont. We are medium-sized public research land grant institution. So we have just about 10,000 undergraduate students. You might notice there that the ratio of our in-state to out-of-state students is a little unusual for a state school, that 73% of our students come from outside the state of Vermont. So we have a really diverse student body made up of students from across the globe. We do offer more than 100 different majors, and we're organized into 7 different schools and colleges. So we get a little bit of everything, and if you're undecided, that's okay too. You have the opportunity to apply as undecided to everything except for the College of Nursing or the School of Business. So lots of flexibility in there as you make up your mind. Some of UVM's distinctive qualities can, on the surface, appear a little contradictory, and I know I always get asked, like, how do you describe UVM? And I just say it has the best of both worlds. So I think this slide sums it up for me really well. We are old. We were founded in 1791, so we're actually the 5th oldest college in New England. But we're constantly renewing our programs as well as our facilities in order to keep up with kind of the changing pace of the world around us. And then again, being a medium-sized university, we're both big and small. 10,000 is big compared to many liberal arts colleges, but it's definitely smaller than many other national research universities. So you get kind of that small school feel within the framework of a larger institution with a lot of opportunities. And then our location in Burlington is both urban and open. We are right in the heart of Burlington, Vermont, a small city known for its great food scene, music and arts, but also great business and technology opportunities. Then we have Lake Champlain and the Green Mountains and the Adirondack Mountains right in our backyard. And then, French-speaking Montreal is not too far away, just about an hour-and-a-half drive north. So you can go there for a weekend trip if you want. Putting knowledge to work and learning by doing is definitely a hallmark of a UVM education. We have 92% of our students who participate in experiential learning, and this could be internships, research, service learning, study abroad, right? All those outside of the classroom experiences. Some of our specialized facilities we have include a new STEM complex featuring state-of-the-art teaching laboratories and research labs. We also have the University of Vermont Medical Center, a level 1 trauma center right on campus, which is such a great opportunity for students to get that real life experience. And we also have research farms and facilities all the way from Lake Champlain up to the top of Mount Mansfield. The residential experience, where you're living on campus can be a really big part of your college life, especially in your first year as it's a new transition for you. So we've put a lot of thought into that at UVM, and we've created different learning communities that bring students together based around like a common interest or a common theme. It helps you kind of know that you're coming in, making friends with folks who have a similar interest to you and allow you to start building that home away from home. You get to select which learning communities you're interested in when you complete your housing application. So you can choose any area of interest for you, whether it relates to your major or not. And we do require students to live on campus for at least 2 years. Our UVM community is dedicated to supporting and celebrating the unique identities of our students, faculty, and staff member. And one of the most important things that we share within our community is our commitment to promoting what we call our common ground, which is respect, integrity, innovation, openness, justice, and responsibility. So when all new students arrive on campus, they actually sign a pledge to uphold these values at a candlelight ceremony on the university green. That's one of our most cherished traditions on campus. Our community also deeply values diversity, equity, and inclusion in all aspects of campus life. So we have different identity centers as well as this woven throughout our general education requirements. So it'll be kind of throughout your college experience. Again, can't say enough about Burlington. I don't think UVM would be the same without Burlington, and Burlington definitely wouldn't be the same without UVM. It's definitely a college town. The energy of the campus really feeds the town and vice versa. The town gives back to our students with great internships, a thriving music scene, world-class restaurants and coffee houses, and like a festival for everything. Also great recreational opportunities with trails and parks and beaches, and skiing's not too far away either. So kind of to sum up, UVM is a really great mix of a fully equipped land-grant university that's old and new and big and small, where our faculty love to teach and our students from all over the world get all kinds of experience that will help lead them to success, really however it is that you define that success. So that could be employment, it could be graduate school, wherever your goals lead you. As you can see here, our students have had strong outcomes over the last few years, and we're really proud of the work that our alumni community is doing across the globe. So I'll touch this here at the end a little bit about our application process, the admissions process with UVM. We do a holistic review, which means we're taking a look at you, what you have to offer, and kind of all those different pieces that make up your application. We do offer early action and regular decision. We are on both the common application and the coalition application, and we will be test optional for the next 2 admission cycles, which is really exciting. So for anybody applying for fall of 2022 or fall of 2023, we will be test optional. So it's really up to you. If you think you have test scores and you think they're going to contribute positively to your academic record, then by all means submit them, but you don't have to for any program. We also automatically consider all students for merit scholarships, as well as an invitation to join our honors college. So there's no additional application that you have to do for either of those. At this time, we are just starting to roll out kind of a phased approach to welcoming external visitors back to campus so we can do some tours and events. So we do want you to keep in touch with us. Check out our website. We'll definitely let you know as we're able to welcome more folks to campus, hopefully this summer. So keep an eye out for that. I encourage you to learn more on our website. Keep in touch with me throughout your college search. I'm going to be your go-to person for anything that you need. And I'll go ahead and put my contact information in the chat. Thanks for being here with us tonight.
What a great way to get us started today, University of Vermont. Thank you so much for that presentation. We're going to hear now from Castleton University whenever you're ready.
All right, let me just share my screen here. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining tonight. My name is Brandon Kennedy. I'm an Associate Director of Admissions at Castleton University. I'm filling in for one of my colleagues, Joe Zeitler, who works with all students from New York, and he wanted me to wish you all well and say hello. But Castleton is another Vermont State College. We are located down in the southern part of the state of Vermont, right in the heart of the Green Mountain region. We are a smaller institution in the state of Vermont, though. We only have 2,000 full-time students that attend. That's undergraduate and graduate population. So if you're looking for a small institution where you can get individual attention from your professors and really have some unique learning experiences, Castleton could be a really great fit for you. Castleton is rooted in, a really deep history as well. We are Vermont's oldest institution of higher education. We were founded back in 1787. Originally, we were founded as a teacher's college, but over the course of our existence, we've morphed into the liberal arts university that we are today. Today, Castleton has over 75 different academic programs. We have over 50 different minors and a growing number of graduate and certificate programs for students. So there's something for everyone. What many students here at Castleton really enjoy doing is learning in multiple different disciplines. So majoring in one area and then also maybe minoring in another area, or double majoring. Some of our most popular programs at Castleton are nursing, education, business, psychology, our lab sciences, so biology, chemistry, environmental science, things like that. So if those are areas that you're interested in, that's a great option for you. But Castleton also has some really great niche, smaller programs as well. Castleton is a school that's really committed to experiential learning, and we want our students learning outside of the classroom just as much as they're learning in the classroom. So if you are the type of student that enjoys hands-on learning, that really wants to start building your resume from the first day that you start on campus, Castleton is a great fit for you. We have our students participating in internships, study abroad, community service, as well as research, all at the undergraduate level. Many students will participate in multiple internships, multiple research projects, just as a way to build your resume and make sure that you are a really marketable individual when you get ready to graduate. That's what many students are looking forward to. We also are a true living and learning community. And what that means for students here at Castleton is that most of our students are not only studying here on campus, but they're also living on campus. Just over 50% of our students live on our campus, and the other half that live off campus generally live within a 3-minute commute of campus. So they live in off-campus apartments with their friends, which is really great because most of our students are sticking around on the weekends. We have over 50 different clubs and organizations. So there's something for just about everyone. And if you don't see a club that you like, you can easily start one at Castleton. All you need are 3 students and an advisor, and you can get funding from our Student Government Association to plan events and have a really fun time. We also make sure that there's always some sort of campus activity. We offer free skiing for our students. So if you love the outdoors, if you love to be involved, Castleton can be a really great area for you. Like I said, most of our students are living on campus, so there's plenty of different housing options for you. Being that we are in a little bit more of a rural area, our students are able to have a car on campus so that they can travel around the area. Our location, we're only about 3.5 hours from Boston. We're about 4 hours from New York City and only about 4 hours from Montreal, and about 1.5 hours south of Burlington and 1.5 hours northeast of Albany, New York. So we're very central to a lot of major places. But if you're looking for a quieter area, Castleton is a really great spot for you. We're also a school that's really committed to student activity. In addition to our clubs and arts activities, we have a really robust athletics program. Castleton is Division III at the NCAA for all of our varsity sports. We're in the Little East Conference, so we play schools in Boston, in Connecticut, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Maine, all across the Northeast. And our students do very well. You can see from this slide here, we have 28 varsity sport programs. So there's something for just about everyone, whether you're a spectator or a varsity athlete. And we are located on 165 acres. So again, plenty of hiking and opportunities for you there. Now, to touch about the application process, Castleton also takes a holistic approach, and we're a rolling admission university. So we are accepting applications now for this upcoming fall. But generally speaking, we start accepting applications at the very beginning of your senior year, and we'll work with you all throughout your senior year. We are looking for well-rounded individuals, students who have challenged themselves academically, and also challenged themselves socially. So getting involved in clubs and activities, maybe holding a part-time job, those are all things that we want to get to know in the application process. Castleton is also going to be test optional for the next 2 years, so that's going to make things super easy for you when you get ready to apply. We're just going to need you to fill out either the common application or our own online application. You'll write a short essay, submit a letter of recommendation, and then your transcript and your application is complete, and then you'll have a decision from us. Once you've been admitted to Castleton, we automatically qualify you for the highest merit-based scholarship that you would be eligible for. And those are a really nice range for students. So there's lots of opportunities to make Castleton affordable. We are accepting campus visitors right now in a limited capacity. So sign up online, join us for a virtual event. And if you have any questions, certainly don't hesitate to reach out. I'll put our general contact information. So if you have questions after tonight, you can get in touch with us. But thank you all very much for participating. We look forward to getting to know you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Castleton University. That was great. We're going to hear now from Quinnipiac University. Take it away.
Awesome. Awesome. Let me just share my screen here. All right. So welcome, everyone. My name is Adam Coopersmith. I am one of the assistant directors of admissions here at QU. So just wanted to tell you a little bit about who we are and what we have going on here. I'm very excited to be presenting in front of Freehold because, I mean, you guys are the home of the greatest American of all time, Bruce Springsteen. So just a little bit about what we're going to be talking about. We are located on 3 different campuses, our main campus being Mount Carmel, which is where a majority of our students are going to be staying for their first 2 years at least, and is where a majority of our academic buildings will be as well. Our York Hill campus, our North Haven campus, we're going to be talking about a little bit about our population, academics, and our admissions process. So where we're located, we're about the equidistant point between both Boston and New York. It's about an hour and a half to each city. So it makes for great weekend trips and even better internships. We partner with some phenomenal companies all throughout both cities. We partner with phenomenal sports teams: Yankees, Mets, Giants, Jets, Rangers, Devils, Islanders. We also do partner with some not so great sports teams: Patriots, Red Sox, Bruins. You know what? Everyone's got to find their spot. Sometimes it's in Boston. It's a great spot to be. So our Mount Carmel campus, like I said, is going to be where a majority of our first and second year students are going to be living. Our main academic buildings are going to be there. It also houses our Carl Hansen Student Center. And most importantly, it houses our on-campus Starbucks. So if you guys ever need your caffeine fix, that is where you got to go. Our North Haven campus is really geared more toward our graduate programs. And if you're thinking about going into one of our accelerated programs, PA, PT, nursing, anything along those lines, for those medical accelerated programs, you will be taking classes at North Haven as well. And then lastly, we have our York Hill campus. Now, York Hill, I consider our fun campus. There are 0 classes located here. It is actually on top of a mountain, and all that it houses are apartments for juniors and seniors, a student center, and our athletics facility, which houses our basketball and hockey teams. Now, our university and class size is going to be that happy medium size, about 10,000 total students, 7,000 undergrad, another 3,000 grad. Average class size is going to be right around 24 students, and average faculty to student ratio is going to be 16:1. So you're going to have those really small class sizes where you're going to be on that one-on-one type of basis with all of your faculty. I still have a group chat with a number of my professors from when I was a student at QU. You really make those one-on-one connections, and they do go above and beyond the call of duty to help you find internships, get you the extra help that you need. Anything that you need, your faculty will be there for you. Now, outside the classroom, we have close to 150 different clubs and organizations on campus, 21 Division I sports, most popular being hockey and basketball. Our men's hockey team has gone to 2 national championships. Our women's basketball team has gone all the way to the Sweet 16. So really, really strong athletic programs. We have quite a large number of club and intramural programs. We have pre-professional clubs, Greek life, social clubs, all different ways for students to get involved on campus. We have every student that comes to campus has the right to their own television broadcast, their own radio show, and their own podcasts as well. So it's a really, really cool spot if you want to get involved and you're not and you love being involved socially. Now, in terms of academics, we have close to 58 different undergraduate majors, 50 minors, and 17 dual degree programs across 9 different schools, which are College of Arts and Sciences, schools of business, communications, education, engineering, health sciences, law, nursing, and medicine. So no matter where you want to go, we will probably have a program for you. And incorporated with that are a slew of dual degree programs, meaning that you can come out of Quinnipiac in 4 years with both your bachelor's and your master's degree. There are a ton of different configurations that you can go through to come out with both of those degrees in an accelerated period of time. And this is just a small list of some of the offers that we have. Now, this is just a list of some of the internship opportunities that students have had. Like I said, we partner with Bloomberg, the Yankees, NBC Universal, Nickelodeon, a ton of different companies that students can really work with. Now, just some key dates for students to understand. Our early decision deadline is going to be November 1st. Now, early decision is that binding contract. If you do want to come to Quinnipiac and you know for a fact that's your spot, early decision could be an option that fits for you. Early action is going to be November 15th. And then our regular decision and early action one are going to be January 1st and February 1st. And now how to apply. We are a Common App school, so feel free to just check us off and you are going to be good to go. We are going to be test optional for almost all of our programs going forward. The only ones that we do require test scores for, if they are available, are our PA program, so our physician's assistant program, as well as our 3+3 law program. But that is who we are in a nutshell. Again, my name is Adam Cooper-Smith. And if you do have any questions, you can feel free to reach out or hit me in the chat for our discussion tonight.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That was great. We are going to turn it over to Sacred Heart University now. I want to remind everyone that the Q&A function is open, so go ahead and get those questions into our panelists whenever you're ready, Sacred Heart.
Awesome, thanks so much. So hey guys, my name is Katie Radigan. I am one of the admissions counselors here at Sacred Heart University. So I'm just here to kind of give you guys a quick overview of the university, tell you a little bit about ourselves. So just some quick facts. We were founded in 1963 by the Diocese of Bridgeport. We are the first Catholic university in the US to be founded by the lay people. So that's actually where we get the name the Pioneers. We are the second largest Catholic university in New England with that total undergraduate enrollment of about 5,600 students. And then looking at the total university enrollment, so you're looking at grad, part-time students, about 8,000. So just a little bit about academics. We do have 6 colleges of study for students to choose between: the College of Arts and Sciences. Within there, we have the School of Communication, Media and the Arts, and the School of Social Work. Since we are a liberal arts university, even if you don't plan on majoring or choosing the College of Arts and Sciences as a major, you will wind up taking courses in that college, just given the core requirements. We have the Isabel Farrington College of Education. So we have 2 undergraduate programs, interdisciplinary studies, if you're interested in K through 6th grade, and then you would just study for or apply for the education program your sophomore year and get those requirements out of the way. And then we have that 5th year program. So we have an agreement with the public schools in Connecticut that we work with, that they pay for 30 out of the 39 credits. So it's a very cost-effective way to get your master's degree in education. We have the Jack Welch College of Business and Technology, and within there, the School of Computer Science and Engineering. The Davis and Henley College of Nursing, that's our only direct entry program at Sacred Heart. It's a very competitive admission. We're typically looking for a 3.7 GPA, all A's and B's in math and science courses. There is no test requirement for this program. And then we have the College of Health Professions. So we have 3 undergraduate offerings for the College of Health Professions: exercise science, health science, and communications disorders. And a lot of those lead into accelerated master's program like physical therapy, occupational therapy, athletic training. And then we have St. Vincent's College, which is more of our associate and certification programs. So with all these colleges, we have over 80+ majors and concentrations, as well as an undecided option. It's totally okay to not know what you want to do right now. Some of us, I know sometimes I wake up not sure what I want to do, so it's completely fine if you don't right now. We have 40+ master's and doctoral programs, and a lot of those, as I'd mentioned, can be combined from that accelerated undergraduate to graduate option. And then the average class size is about 22 students. It's extremely important, you know, once you get to your major, that you know who your professors are, your professors know who you are, you know who the students are. It just creates a more open learning environment. So we do have over 60+ clubs and organizations for students to get involved in. We have student government, a lot of academic clubs, fraternity and sorority life. Students can rush to the fall semester of their freshman year. We have over 33 Division I NCAA teams, club sports and intramurals. That kind of runs at a Division II level. So I always say it's just as competitive, just less of a time commitment for students. We have performing arts where you can also receive grants, campus ministry, volunteer programs, study abroad. We have 2 campuses, one in Luxembourg and one in Dingle, Ireland, where nursing students do have the option to study abroad their sophomore year. And we actually just recently opened up the Multicultural Center back in September. So just a little bit about the growth of Sacred Heart. So the Center for Healthcare Education is home for the College of Health Professions and the College of Nursing. This was opened back in September of 2017. It was modeled after a modern day medical center. So it really brings in that real world expertise and real world simulators back into the classroom to really give students that hands-on learning. We have West Campus, which opened, or we acquired that in 2016 from General Electric. This is where they were headquartered before moving up to Boston, and now this is home to the College of Business and College of Education. We have the Upper Quad, which is set to open up in July. It's for upperclassmen housing, so there's going to be 3 new dorms, as well as a new dining option. And we have Bobby Valentine's Health and Recreation Center. So this opened up back in August of 2019. It's a state-of-the-art fitness facility open for all students to use. There's a rock climbing wall, golf simulator, indoor running track, indoor basketball court, smoothie bar, group fitness courses as well. And then my favorite, JP's Diner. So I know everyone from Jersey loves a good diner. JP stands for John Patillo. He's our president of the university. He's from West Orange, New Jersey. So we wanted to bring a little bit of Jersey to campus. So it's open 7 days a week, late night options for whatever your needs may be. It's delicious. I would never steer anyone wrong on this. And then just a little bit about the application for Sacred Heart. So early decision is binding. That deadline is going to be December 1st, 2021. And you are notified rather quickly. That notification date is December 15th. Early action 1 is non-binding. That deadline is December 15th. It's also the deadline for the Davis and Henley College of Nursing. Since it is such a competitive program, we do have to cut it off, the application. You are notified January 31st. And then early action 2, which is our next non-binding option, that deadline is February 1st. And you're notified February 15th. So after our applications received after February 1st are considered on a rolling basis. And if we do have any seniors, we still are accepting applications. So if you were late to the game, not a problem at all. We're still more than happy to work with you. So just a little bit, here's my information. And then we have been offering on-campus tours. We have virtual options as well for students. So if you want to come check us out, we have summer tours coming up. So be on the lookout for information on that.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That was a great presentation as well. We are going to hear now from the University of Connecticut. Looks like you're all set.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Eric Chidis, and I'm one of the admission officers here for the University of Connecticut. I am the New Jersey representative admission officer, so I'm definitely your go-to person for any questions you have related to UConn. I can definitely help you through the admissions process. For those who maybe aren't aware, UConn, of course, is the main public institution for the state of Connecticut. We have about 24,000 undergraduate students across 5 different campuses. So we're technically about a medium-sized school. Our main campus, our flagship campus, the campus that you think of when you think of UConn, is located in Storrs, Connecticut. We have about 19,000 undergraduate students there. And we have about 5,000 students across 4 different regional campuses that are mostly for in-state commuting students. They don't have a lot of residential life options, not a lot of dorms available there. So most of our out-of-state students will be looking at our campus in Storrs. Storrs itself is about a half an hour away from Hartford, which is Connecticut's capital and biggest city. Hour and a half from Boston, about 2.5 hours from New York City, probably about 3 to 3.5 hours or so from you all in New Jersey, depending on traffic and where you are. So it's a real nice central location that is going to be super well connected to a lot of these bigger areas in the Northeast, which has tons of both professional and personal benefits. Excuse me, professionally speaking, it's very nice being that close to a Hartford, a Boston, and New York City, because we see lots of opportunities for networking, a lot of opportunities for internships, for careers and all that. But also personally speaking, it's very nice being that close to all these bigger areas. Usually we're able to arrange for weekend trips up to Boston, see like a Red Sox game for half off, or down to New York City, see like a Broadway show for a discounted price. So very accessible to a lot of these bigger areas in the Northeast. In terms of what the campus looks like, I always describe UConn as a city school that's kind of tucked away in the woods. So you have a lot of the benefits and elements of a small town school in terms of the overall feel of the campus, in terms of the size of the campus. It's really not too big, probably about a 10-minute, 15-minute walk from one end to the other end, but it's all one enclosed space on our campus. It's very earthy, crunchy. It's very in tune with the environment. There are hiking trails and gardens. And if you're looking for that really New England-esque school, our campus in Storrs is going to be the perfect spot for you in that sense. At the same time, still a very large institution. You add in graduate students, you add in faculty and staff, you add in people visiting for the day, you can get up to 30, 35,000 people at any given time. So we actually outnumber the town we're in. So it does kind of feel like its own city school in its own way, which is really cool. We have a great downtown area called Storrs Center that has tons of shops, restaurants, museums, apartments, and things to do down there. We got an ice rink on campus. We got a movie theater on campus. A lot of our athletic events occur on campus as well. So there's always a lot of things happening there, which always makes it very exciting. Moving on to academics, UConn offers about 115 majors in about 10 different schools and colleges. Our more well-known programs are kind of our flagship programs. Things that get asked about the most on the road are going to be our programs in our school of business, our school of nursing, and our school of engineering. Individually, our most popular majors are going to be things like psychology, biology, and political science. However, the majority of our majors fall within our College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. We do education, we do pharmacy, we do agriculture, we do fine arts. So whatever you're interested in pursuing academically, we can most likely offer. If you have no idea what you want to study, that is perfectly fine. We do have an undecided track. It's called ACES. ACES stands for Academic Center for Exploratory Students. It's a very popular option. About a quarter of our first year students enroll in our ACES program. So it's about 900 students each year. You'll be matched up with your advisor for your first year, and they'll let you know, or you'll kind of discuss with them what options that you're interested in, which courses you want to take, which programs you want to pursue, and we really take it from there. The way UConn structures its curriculum is we have a set of what we call like general education courses that are different types of courses that all students at UConn have to take regardless of major. So your first year, your sophomore year in ACES is going to look very similar to that of a school business student or a school nursing student, where you're taking a lot of those general education classes. And then typically you'll transition out of that program at the end of your sophomore year to finish up whatever major you're interested in for your junior, senior year. So I know sometimes students get a little bit concerned coming in undecided because it's going to take them longer to graduate, or they're taking worthless classes. But it's really not like that. You pursue your gen ed classes and then transition to your major and finish up in your 4 years. Average class size is about 28 to 34 students, and our student faculty ratio is about 16 to 1. So class sizes really aren't terribly big. What you'll find is your first year, your sophomore year, when you're taking those general education classes, they can get pretty big, maybe 200, maybe 250 students. But as you progress through your major and start to take your upper level biology classes or physics classes or whatever it may be, they're gonna get a lot more smaller, a lot more hands-on opportunities, which is really great. Two quick things I wanna highlight for academics is we do have an honors college, no separate application. So just complete your applications on UConn on time and you'll be automatically considered for an honors program. You get to pick your courses a little bit earlier, you pick your housing a little bit earlier, different events and workshops you get to attend. So lots of benefits of the program, but no separate application. And then we also do offer pre-professional programs for things like medicine, dental medicine, education, and law as well. And just kind of wrap up here a little bit about campus life. The way I always describe UConn when it comes to campus life is it's going to be a large enough institution to really offer you opportunities and resources in everything you're looking to do, but at the same time not feel so big where it's going to be overwhelming or competitive or anything like that. So we have about 700 different student clubs and organizations. They range all over from personal interest, hobbies, to community service, or whatever you're interested in pursuing outside the classroom, we can most likely offer. About 24 different Division I sports teams, 30 different club teams, about 100 different intramural programs as well, 135 education abroad programs in 60 different locations. We're a tier 1 research school, so if you're trying to get involved with that, that should be very easy as well. So plenty of opportunities to get involved in things outside the classroom. And just to wrap up a little bit about the application deadline, no early action, no early decision. We just need applications in by January 15th. And then all decisions are released around March 1st. So again, no early action, no early decision, just applications in by January 15th. And then all decisions are released by March 1st. So thank you so much for joining us here. And if you have any questions related to UConn, please feel free to put them in the chat. So thank you so much.
Fantastic, UConn. Thank you so much for that presentation. We are going to close out these individual presentations tonight by hearing from Western Connecticut State University, whenever you're ready.
Awesome, thank you. And I will share my screen. Alrighty, very cool. Hi everyone, my name is Kaylee Cragen. I am an admissions counselor and a 2017 graduate of WCSU. Very excited for you all to be here tonight to learn a little bit more about WCSU and all the other awesome colleges that are here. So just kind of give you an overview about Western Connecticut State University. We are located in Danbury, Connecticut. We have a split campus, both located in Danbury, just about 3.2 miles from each other. The pictures on the right-hand side are from our Midtown location. So both campuses have residence halls, classes. We'll get into a little bit more later in the presentation about what each campus does offer for our students. We are about a 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio, little over 5,600 students in total. That includes our graduate, part-time, and our and our undergraduate students. Each class size, about 25, 26 students each. So we don't have a whole ton of, large lecture halls going on at WCSU. Just about 51 undergraduate programs. Some of our popular ones include our nursing, musical theater, psychology, justice law administration is quite popular, our fancy way of saying criminal justice. Split between just about 4 different schools. So we have an arts and sciences, professional study, a large school of business, and then our visual and performing arts school as well. Our next slide is a little bit more about student life. To get between both campuses, we do allow students to have cars even their freshman year, no cost at all to the student. Pretty ample amount of parking on both campuses. Our shuttle bus system, which is in the picture on the top left-hand side, goes between both campuses 7 days a week, starting at 7 a.m. in the morning and then ending at 11:30 at night. Every 15 minutes, there's always a shuttle bus ready on our Midtown and our West Side campus to leave. If you're anything like I was freshman year and you missed the 10 a.m. shuttle by like 3 minutes, you just wait like 10 more minutes and the 10:15 shows up, you're good to go. It takes about 12 to 15 minutes to get from one side to the other. Our Midtown campus houses all of our freshman students for the most part, where you have double occupation rooms, 2 beds, 2 desks, you share a communal bathroom. Over on our West Side campus is where we have suite and apartment style complexes for sophomore to senior students to live. Over on our West Side campus, we also have our Western Athletic Complex, where we have all of our, obviously, athletic games, soccer, field hockey, lacrosse is over there. We also have our O'Neill Center that hosts our basketball and volleyball matches. About 75 clubs and organizations for students to join. We're also Division III and 18 sports teams between men and women too. So some popular clubs and organizations: Student Government Association, Program Activities Council. They host a bunch of fun events on campus, obviously, for our students to join. This past year, they've obviously shifted a little bit more. One of their most popular events was the drive-in movie, which was a favorite. So a little bit more about admissions and financial aid information. WCSU is a rolling admissions as well. We are, still accepting applications for our upcoming fall 2021 semester. We have about, for requirements, we look for about an 85 GPA, 3.0 on a 4.0 scale. The average. For SATs, we look for an average of an 1100. We are test optional. We've been test optional for about 5 years now, so it's not required to submit, SATs or ACTs to be considered for admissions. We do require that $50 application fee on the Common App, and then we also look for a personal essay. It is an open topic at WCSU, so you can write about whatever you would like. If we're going to look at financial aid information, all students from Connecticut, New York, and New Jersey are paying in-state price at WCSU. So the prices are listed right on the bottom. We do have a New England regional price as well for students who are obviously applying for this year and for fall 2022 as well. October 1st is when the FAFSA becomes available online. Our priority deadline is going to be March 1st. We do have personal financial aid counselors for all of our students who are applying, and then we have merit-based scholarships that run through our admissions office between $2,000 and $10,000 awarded annually. So the prices that you see right on the bottom, without and with housing, rarely the price the student pays. Every year, about 89% of our students receive some type of financial aid at WCSU. And to kind of close out our little information session over here, we do have virtual and on-campus tours available. We are currently showing our on-campus tours of our Midtown location. They happen Monday through Friday, one at 10 a.m. and one at 2 p.m. They're led by our current students. Highly recommend, coming to check out campus a little bit. We do have our virtual tour available as well of both Midtown and West Side. So if you want to just log on, kind of take a look around campus a little bit, there's a ton of detail in there. We are on Twitter and Instagram, shameless plug. Someone very cool runs our Instagram and Twitter accounts. So definitely go check us out. We always post, fun events that we have going on for our interested students. Again, my name is Kaylee Cragen, admissions rep for our New Jersey students. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thank you so much for attending tonight.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Western Connecticut State University, and thank you to all of our presenters here today. This was a wonderful panel with some fantastic options for the college and university search. So we are going to transition now to a very brief Q&A function. I'm going to share my screen here and ask our first question, which is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process. University of Vermont had to head to another fair, so they are no longer with us, but we're going to kick it off with Castleton University.
Sure, that's a great question. I would advise everyone have fun with the college search process. There's a lot of really great colleges and universities out there. Take your time with it and enjoy the search process. You're going to find the perfect fit for you. So, you know, use your school resources and everything like that, but have fun with the search.
Have fun is always good advice. All right, Quinnipiac, what is your advice?
I always say go into the search and go into college with an open mind. Everybody has this set plan of how it's going to go. And spoiler alert, it never goes that way. So you're always going to have things change and things are going to get hairy and stressful. But like my colleague Brandon said, have fun with it. Go into it with an open mind because you never know what's going to happen and it's always going to be something good.
Awesome tip. Thank you. Sacred Heart University, what is your advice?
I would say to definitely reach out to us. We're not scary people. I don't know why some people think that. Our job is literally to help you through this process. So no question is a stupid question. Please reach out to us with anything. That is what we're here for.
Yeah, absolutely. And to your point there, sometimes people working at universities forget that we use lingo that no one else really knows what that means. So definitely interrupt people and say, I don't know what that means. Will you explain that more for me? That's what people want you to do when you don't understand. So they're there to help. University of Connecticut, what's your advice?
Yeah, great question. My biggest piece of advice would just be stay organized. I know it could be very overwhelming and stressful when you're thinking of all these different colleges and all these different dates and deadlines. So just making sure you're staying aware of what these dates and deadlines are for which schools and which schools maybe require different parts of the application. So just staying organized and staying on top of things is going to make the process definitely more stress-free in the end.
Absolutely. Great tip. And then Western Connecticut State University, what advice do you have?
Yeah, sure. Kind of to echo everyone that, you know, what you said, those were great tips. I always tell students to visit campus. It's much easier to like see yourself, you know, sitting down outside the library reading a book or like seeing yourself in the dining hall when you're a freshman student there. So definitely try and visit campus if you can. I know this year is a little bit different. Try to visit maybe virtually. And definitely ask our current students questions. They're the ones who are living day to day, so they know the ins and the outs. They know the best places to grab late night snacks and whatnot. I think that's the most important part.
Awesome. Well, we're so fortunate to have these experts here. They've talked to thousands of students, and so they know what the best advice is. Our next question, and I think it's going to be our last question for the event today, is what is your favorite event or tradition on campus? So this will help us get one last little bit of tidbit from all of our representatives here. Starting again at the top of the order, so we will hear from Castleton University.
That's a really tough one. I think every event I love on campus, but to try to narrow it down to one, I think, you know, my favorite event when I was a student on campus, which I graduated in 2014 from Castleton, was definitely Spring Week, where Castleton, we have a lot of athletic games going on. There's a lot of events that are held outdoors. You know, awesome barbecue competitions, things like that. There's just so much to do during Spring Week. So that I think is probably my favorite event on campus.
I love it. Sounds fun. Quinnipiac, what is your favorite?
So I have two, one of which is probably our largest event. It's such a large event that our students in the marketing department came up with a really creative title for it. Because it's such a large event, they call it the big event. So the big event is a massive community service project that takes place all over the greater Hamden, New Haven area, which is where we're located. So we'll partner up with a bunch of different places. You may be doing park cleanup. You may be working with boys and girls clubs. My group every single year without fail was placed at an animal shelter. So I got to spend an entire day petting puppies. So if you like petting puppies, maybe come to Quinnipiac, I don't know. But another one that I love, I was very involved in athletics as a student at QU. So any opportunity that you have to go to any type of college sporting event, whether it be Quinnipiac, Sacred Heart, Castleton, UConn, I mean, anywhere you want to be, make sure that you go. Athletics are really fun. It's a great way to see the way that your campus kind of supports itself.
I love it. Thank you for those examples. Sacred Heart University.
So I would say my favorite tradition would have to be senior week. So what happens is the seniors actually have the opportunity to live in their freshman dorm when all the other students leave, and they can room with their freshman year roommate. So it kind of just brings everything full circle before heading out one last time.
That is very cute. I've never heard that before. That's awesome. I love it. University of Connecticut, what is your favorite event or tradition?
Yeah, for us, it'd probably be our Husky-thon, which is our 24-hour dance marathon we use to raise money for the Connecticut Children's Hospital. It's a really great event. I know a lot of other universities and schools offer them, especially Penn State has a big movement for that. But it's really great. A lot of different organizations and clubs and fraternities and sororities all take part of it. It's probably one of our biggest events. It's really just nice to, raise money for that cause and kind of just give back to the community with that. So Husky-thon is probably my favorite event on our campus.
Yeah, it's so nice to hear these community-based events happening as well. That's great. And last but not least, Western Connecticut State University, your favorite event or tradition?
Yeah, so those community-based ones were nice. This one is such a random event. Our Recreation Council hosts Oozeball, which is mud volleyball. They do it like 3 times a year because it's so popular, and they do it like different places on campus because so many teams like want to play it. So mud volleyball, it's called Oozeball WCSU, favorite tradition.
Sounds like a blast. Thank you for sharing that. All right, everyone, we have been so fortunate to hear all of our experts' advice and tips and learn more about their campuses here. So thank you so much one more time to all of our panelists, but also thank you for all of our attendees for joining us here tonight, whether you are here live or you are catching the recording at a later date. We really hope that you learned more and that this has helped you in your college search process. I want to remind everyone that although this is the last event of this big series, all of these sessions are being recorded. So within about a week at strivescan.com/FRHSD, you can find the recording of this event as well as all of the others. And last but not least, when you close out your session today, you're going to have a very quick 4-question survey. It would be helpful if you could let us know your feedback for the event today. And we hope to see you at other events in the future. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful evening.